can you tell Cameroonians as some of the things that you have been able to produce locally here in Cameroon?
Well, what I can tell Cameroonians, first of all, is that they need to believe in themselves. Because I would say that is the primary tool I use. The first thing first is the self-will, the confidence, and to believe in ourselves that we can do it. That is the first tool that you need. And secondly, you have to go through research. You have to keep studying whatever you're doing to improvise whatever you have been doing. Like many Cameroonians are doing welding, and they can literally do even better than me. But what is setting the differences is the limitation in the mindset. Yes, because I have colleagues, I have apprentices who have graduated many years ago, so I know they are good welders, and I even know people I studied with an apprenticeship, so I know they are good welders, they can even do better, but then they just limit themselves. Let me put it that way, like most Cameroonians, they limit themselves to the particular things they study in the workshop. Like I, for once, I studied normal metal iron welding doors for iron welding doors, metal gates, balcony, staircase, agricultural machines, and like the rest of the Cameroonians. But welding doesn't end there. So we have many things to do in the world to build. So that is when your self-confidence comes in, and then of course you have to deal with research. You have to deal with people who have done it before. You have to follow people who are better than you in that same domain.
Okay, before we get to this inspiration, what specifically have you been able to construct and present to Cameroonians so far?
As far as automobile is concerned, I've done motorcycles from choppers. Choppers is a brand of American motorcycles, and I've equally done commercial bikes, which will label them like the examples of the Chinese bike. I would say they are the prototypes that will follow up. So those are the bikes I've done so far, and I've equally done the tricycles. For now that we're in Douala, that's a good business, a commercial good business. So I've constructed tricycles, coming from my own company, from my own manufacturing sector. I'm doing what I know is good for our society. Not looking down on the Chinese, though they are doing great, but the durability in iron, I outperform them because I know what we need and I know our roots better. And I'm not doing it for, of course, I wouldn't say I'm not doing for the money, but I'm not putting that at the first stake. I'm looking at what will work for a long time. Yeah, so that's where I come in to try to upgrade.
Okay, let's. Can we have the pictures of the bike that was recently presented to Cameroonians? Eli, there is a recent bike. Okay, that is the bike that was recently constructed. I'm sure you did that. Eric, you are the one who constructed this bike.
Yeah,
out here in Douala.
Yes. Sir.
Yes. What is the name you gave to the bike, and how long did it take to construct?
It's a high jack, like normally called, but I call mine the highest jack because I upgraded the engine to sustain it all the way from ground, like 32 centimeters. Because the clients for that bike is all the way at Idina, behind the mountains, very rocky route. So it's upgraded from the normal high jack. So the name to it, all my bikes carry my name, Jaidzeka. The Jaidzeka motors is all goes for my name, but specifically that is a high jack. So I'll do choppers, which are luxury bikes, and every bike comes with its own specific name. So this one right here, I call it the highest jack because
the highest jack.
The highest jack.
The difference between this and what we find on market is that you say it is adapted for our roads, especially this one. You say it's a command from behind the mountain.
Yeah, it's a command from.
What is it that you are adding to this?
Well, my chassis, first of all, the structure, the chassis is very durable. I use a very solid material. There's no economics in the material. Like the guarantee for that bike will surpass this one. Like if the other Chinese bike will work for 3 years before it's diminished, that can go for 10 years and so on and so forth. So, but we're using the same engines though, but I upgraded this one. Normally the normal hijacks in the market are having 150cc engines, but I'm using a 200cc engine because they will be climbing heavy mountains and they'll be carrying loads of load. The clients for this is having a palm mill right at the bush or the mountains after eating all like that. So they produce from there. It will help them to ease the transportation. So we needed something with a stronger engine, with the stronger shocks. That's why I doubled the shocks. That's why I doubled the shock system behind to withstand the load in the rocky road. So
now, when you say you upgraded the engine, how do you do that?
No, I'm not the one who upgraded the engine.
Okay.
They comes in the market different categories.
Okay.
But these engines are designed for tricycle. Actually, there are normal tricycles in the Douala city that are using 200cc engines. So normally you don't see that big engine on a normal small bike because it's designed to be carrying load, and having it on a small bike doesn't really make sense. But it makes sense to who knows what he is going for. So it was a special command for somebody who already know how to build bikes and know what they can do. So it was like, okay, I already had previous Chinese bike, but they don't last long in that route. They suffer the labor. So I said, okay, this is the option I have for you. I will construct you a hijack, and this is what I will do. I will upgrade the engine to put a 200cc engine, which can carry any load from 300 kilograms and climb any hill without stress. So that is what you're seeing right there.
Now, tell me about the construction process. Where did this knowledge come from? How long do you take to construct a bike?
Normally, I have 30 days to construct a bike.
Okay.
Be it a bike, be it a tricycle, I take 30 days. So it's 30 days work. Actually, I can go less than that. If I'm building 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I will not take that much time. So, and it's because I'm polyvalent. I do a lot of things in my workshop, so I don't just focus on one thing. Like the time I took to produce this bike, I was working along a tricycle. I was working along some grinding mills, some other stuff, iron doors, back on it, and a lot of things. So if I'm focusing only on automobile, it will take me lesser time to produce one.
So 30 days, you get where do you get the raw?
We are blessed with that. Douala has all the raw materials that we can ever think of. We can produce literally anything in this country. We have all the raw materials. So yes, we buy the engines from the Chinese market. We have the shops here. We can command them from China. We have them here. If you're looking for a particular brand that is not in Cameroon market, you have it here.
When you want to construct a bike, you do it on command, or you have a display shop where you construct and display for persons to come and buy?
As of the moment, I'm working on command.
Okay.
That should be like number 8 bikes that I've produced so far, but I only work on command based on the fact that, I would say it's due to economics. You will understand, because at this level, in the long run, of course, I will be producing and selling, because you need to make people to know, many people to believe in you by seeing Camerooners believe in what they see, as I will put it that way. So I would say I'm grateful for those few believers, because it's not easy for somebody to come and pay you off head to produce something like that. You need to have a strong believer. And I would say, permit me to mention that my very first clients whoever purchased a bike from me, that's the CEO of Greenhouse Venture, Mr. Roland Fomonda.
Okay.
It takes people like that who believes in you and are ready to pay you to do something. They could go get it cheaper from the market. Actually, mine is not cheaper. They pay me more than what is in the market, because they want something durable, and of course it comes with a price. So like this bike, I made this bike for 700,000, but the other normal Chinese hijack in the market is 650,000, 600,000. So the truth is that you're using more durable material. You cannot compete with you cannot match the price.
No, you cannot match the price. This, alongside the tricycle, also involves some electronic work. Who does it?
Now I have a special electrician who does all my wiring work. So in the long run, I intend to have a whole team, like an electrician and mechanic. But most of the mechanical part I do in myself. I only need the electrician to come and do the wiring. So to go and do the wiring, the lighting, the setting out lights. So
now, this bike, since you presented it to the world, I'm sure last week, what is the reaction you received from the population?
Very positive, very positive. As a matter of fact, I delayed coming here because I had a meeting with a client who came to give a command, who wanted his own bike. So I had to wait and we sign the deal. Like many people are interested in this particular model. So I'm having a couple of people on the pipeline that we're discussing for their own production. So I will say it is a very promising business, because people are starting to believe that this is really something serious, and people are really sad, because from the first one they see it just work 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Okay, now they start to believe in it. So it's a long time kind of a thing. To engage, to embark on something like this, it takes patience, and you need to prove yourself to the people that this merit it. They can come for this. They should vouch for what you are doing. So it takes time to make people to believe in you because of the first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one. They see the way they are functioning with no complaints. So that's how you